Welcome back, Cougs. I'm your host, Kayla Simmons, with your News. Now, these past couple of weeks have not been easy, to say the least. After a video was posted of George Floyd's murder, outrage was immediate to follow. George Floyd was a native of our very own Third Ward community right here in Houston, Texas. And in response to his murder globally, the world has come to bring awareness and support to the Black Lives Matter movement. The purpose of Black Lives Matter is to create a world free of anti-Blackness, where every Black person has the social, economic, and political power to thrive. Black Lives Matter is a global organization with support groups in the US, Canada, and the UK, just to name a few. Black Lives Matter was founded in 2013 by Alicia Garza, Patrice Can-Cullors, and Opal Tometi in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer, George Zimmerman. This case sparked outrage all over the country, many whom felt he was unjustifiably murdered and that George Zimmerman should have been convicted. Racism is not something new here in America. Laws may have been put in place, but racism has never left. Here's Jawad with Racism in America.
Hey guys, this is Jawad with Coug TV, here to discuss more about the ongoing topic of Black Lives Matter. In recent weeks, we have seen numerous protests around the country take action after the tragic death of George Floyd. Of course, this is not the first time we had to experience incidents like that. Going back in time, African Americans were treated unequally and unfairly. The Tulsa Massacre in 1921, which the media refuses to talk about, saw the death of several innocent African Americans who were killed by whites. Jesse Owens, a famous Olympic athlete who won 4 gold medals in the 1936 Olympics, when Owens returned to the US, instead of getting a warm welcome, he was told things such as, well, you still have to enter through the back door. What about Jackie Robinson, who was the first to break the color barriers in baseball in April of 1947? Rather than getting an ovation, he was a victim of racism. Of course, we also have some well-known political activists who fought for Black equal rights, such as MLK, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks in the 1950s and 1960s. MLK gave his famous I Have a Dream speech, Malcolm X fought for the rights of Black Muslims, and Rosa Parks refused to give her seat up on the bus. Let's fast forward now to our time and remember the names of Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and several others. These are innocent lives that were lost due to police brutality. Unfortunately, some of those officers are still walking the streets freely. The bottom line is, we know this has been an issue for the last few centuries, and the fact that I have to even mention a timeline about this topic, that's pretty harsh itself. We can't sit here and say all lives matter, because if they did, then Black lives would matter as well, and that's not been the case. Black lives do matter, and something has to be done. Thanks for listening. I'm Jawad with Coug TV.
Thank you, Ali. America's history shows the fight is still going on for equality. George Floyd's death ignited the flame and is bringing our country to stand against police brutality, racism, social injustice, and so much more. It is clear that racism is alive in this country, and as Will Smith once stated, racism isn't getting worse, it's getting filmed. As a Black woman, these situations hit very close to home. When I see these videos, I see my father, I see my uncle, I see my cousin, I see my grandfather, and I feel the hurt of my community, and I mourn with them. Fellow Cougs, I want to encourage you to use your voice. Take a stance and make a change. You are the voice of the future, so please make it count. I'm Kayla Simmons, and thank you for watching UH News.